there's an unspoken decision women have to make between the patriarchy and capitalism in regards to how they spend most of their lives and in pursuit of what. Do you want a girl boss as fuck? Or do you want a sprinkle soft life? And obviously there's combinations of this and that. But generally, especially now in the Zeitgeist, we're talking so much about like criticizing women with sprinkle mentality who want to marry rich, marry for money, don't marry for love, which is also in itself a business decision. And then you have the women who are girl bossing so hard and working themselves into the ground. And I just want to emphasize first that neither of these are optimal, right? Neither of these are great options, but we talk about them. We also talk about them really separately when I want to bring to light how symbiotic it is. We talk about it really separately, like, oh, well, I want to judge this girl for saying that she would rather be a stay-at-home wife and blah, blah, blah. Because how could you ever financially only rely on a man and what if? However, I don't think people realize that like the opposite is still generally benefiting men. Like to girl boss so close to the sun and, you know, be working like a dog. Patriarchy and capitalism are both man's creations. You know what I mean? And both of them are oppressive systems and neither of them are meant to be freeing. So no matter which one you're prioritizing or playing into more, it can't really be your fault because your choices were bad. So you're choosing your lesser evil. You're picking your poison. And it's so interesting to me how people on both sides of this fence will argue against each other. Like the soft life girlies are like, girl, why are you girl bossing so hard? Stop working. Ask your man for more money. Like, we aren't meant to be in our masculine so much. We're supposed to be in our feminine. And let yourself rest into your feminine energy and your dark feminine energy and your, you know, soft life sprinkle. And then I even saw a video today criticizing the opposite, saying, you know, I'm very judgmental of sprinkle mentality because how could you ever rely on a man for money? And it's a stupid decision and blah, 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 blah. And I also do think some of that just comes from the fear that each of us have of being stranded with no money. That's a scary thought. Both of these can be scary thoughts. And so I think it's interesting that we try to pit them against each other because they really feed into one another. Like, if I choose to girl boss as fuck and say I like climb the corporate ladder, my boss is probably statistically a man, and I'm probably putting more money into his pocket to then support his potentially stay-at-home wife or give his wife the opportunity, or person he's dating, the opportunity to stay at home. I don't think these situations are really complete opposites. I think that they work together. And I think that us as women, like, yes, you have your own individual choice and there isn't really a good option. You can choose to lean towards capitalism or lean towards patriarchy, do things more towards building either one of those. There's not, like, I don't think an ideal way to live your life. I mean, I think there's something to be said for putting yourself in a position to make decisions, but also, like, working can be so exhausting and so inhumane, whichever, and it can really feel oppressive the same way that patriarchy can. So I don't think there's like a winner chicken dinner, and I think it's funny that we keep trying to find one. Because patriarchy and capitalism were built to work together, and they continue to. And no matter whose side of the game we're on, we are still a pawn. Does that make sense? No matter whose side of the game we're on, we are still a pawn. And we are still benefiting somebody who's above us and can use us in their little game. Whether it's patriarchy or capitalism, your wife or worker, your employee or subordinate. Obviously, these are like certain situations. I'm sure there's other situations out there that for this person, they don't feel that way. They don't feel subordinate. And I guess that's what everyone maybe goes into hoping it to be, but obviously it's not that a lot of the time. Anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you next time. Bye.